So today I want to talk to you about bushcrafting tools. And I've got my table set up here under the tarp. It's been a misty, rainy day all day today. There, of course, is my perfect bushcraft pack and my fire kit. But down under here are the tools that I would use in a typical bushcrafting camp out or scenario where I just wanted to practice my skills. But let's talk first of all about taking care of your tools. This is WD-40 Specialist Long-Term Corrosion Inhibitor. It is good for up to a year, and I would recommend at least once a year taking your tools out, wiping them down, and just keeping them as corrosion free as possible, because a lot of these are steel tools, some of them are antiques, and as you know, with any tools, they will rust, especially if you're using them in an outdoor situation as we do in bushcraft. So it's very important to keep your tools clean. Now, one other thing, I would not use the WD-40 rust inhibitor on anything that I was going to use for food prep, like my knife, for instance, the Big Brother bushcraft blade. I would use that only on things that I wasn't going to eat off of, just because of the chemicals involved. You want to use something like olive oil, for instance. So the first tool, of course, is my Granfors Brooks Woodsman's axe, and I really like that. It's the Wildlife hatchet. And then, of course, the Big Brother bushcraft blade. You're familiar with that one. And then rolled up here in my handkerchief, I have my spoon knife. And that's just to keep it from scratching anything else. But if you've ever used a hook knife, spoon knife, you know what these are. And really great for carving spoons and such. So inside this case, I of course have my Silky Gomboy, and that is the 240, and it has the 8 teeth per inch. Then I also carry a very small file, which is good for sharpening my my axe over there, and also if I want to take any burrs off of any metal that I find. And then of course the Mora knife, Cans bowl, which I love to carry. And then these last two tools are antiques. And then of course I still have my shovel right there. But these two right here, this is just a pair of fencing pliers. But of course they are pliers, wire cutters. They're a really old pair from made in Duluth, Minnesota many years ago. And of course the hammer and a lot of very useful things. Extremely useful tool. It's pretty lightweight. It's fairly small, but for hammering nails, pulling out nails, and doing general bushcraft tasks, it's a really handy tool to have. So I highly recommend that. This other tool here is a draw knife, and I've never seen anything quite like this. And it is a folding draw knife. It has, in these flathead screws here, you actually pull them, and you can open it up and it locks in place. We'll do that to the other side here. Just pull that down, and it opens up. And there's your standard draw knife. Get a little better look at it here. What's nice about this though is that you can actually open it this way. And I can get this handle to work right here for me. Switch hands. So just like that. Locks into place, and you can use it that way. And if you really need to, you could even go all the way back around that way. But what I like about this particular one is that it has this groove cut here in the handle, and so it makes it a lot more compact to be able to carry around. You can just fold it up, and that way you don't have to wrap it with anything, and it stays very compact. There's a little bit of edge of it that you can see visible right there, but it's smaller than my finger, so it's not really an issue. Okay, then last but not least, of course, is my cold steel shovel. Cold steel shovel is an excellent tool. There's just some situations in which you need a digging tool, but if you sharpen the edges, which this one is, you can use it for chopping, cutting, carving. I mean, it'll actually hold a really good edge. And Zachary Fowler of Alone Season 3, who actually won in Patagonia, took his shovel down there, and on his channel has a lot of great uses and demonstrates using his shovel many ways. You can also use this for a frying pan. The metal goes all the way back to here, and so you could actually clean this up and use it to cook and fry on. So it is a very multi-use item to have, and as you can see, it's really flat, and so it has a lot of great uses, and it's just the right length for chopping, cutting, or doing various other tasks. So here's the tools all lined up, and you can see one by one what they are, from the axe, the knife, and all of the other cutting tools with our rust inhibitor. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure and press the bell button to stay informed of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.